All right, we have left Fairport. We stayed there for an extra day. Took a break, beefed up the mast cradle, and did a little touring. What'd you think about Fairport?
It was fun, very clean.
What?
It was very clean.
Clean. Showers were nice. All good. We are in Lock 30. Successfully grabbed the lines. Fairly successful. Came to a good stop. These locks are in pretty rough shape. This is a 16-foot drop, or 15-foot 9 or something like that. And we're leaving the lock, Lock 30. And just like ducks, we're all migrating south. Boat in front of us, boat in back of us. Alright, we're going down the last lock of the day. It's about a 12-foot drop, lock number 27 in Lyons, New York. And we're going to call it a day right on the other side of this wall. That wall right there, right on the other side, is going to be our destination for the day, Lyons, New York. Alright, we made it in. I got the crew working. Got Papa swabbing the deck. Maria is making, looks like Italian food.
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread and fettuccine, I believe. Daisy is looking for something to eat. And we are in Lyons, New York. All right, we are leaving Lyons on our way to Baldwinsville, New York. It was a nice day, nice free place to stop. Doesn't cost a dime other than the alcohol that you buy at the poorhouse. If you make friends with the lock tender, he might actually come down and buy your drinks like he did Papa. So anyway, we are on our way. It's a 38-mile run today. I feel like Martin Sheen in Apocalypse Now, going through the jungle. Bald eagle. We are back on the road. Now this side is windy. I finally got to use my horn. It's an air horn. And we were supposed to honk the horn as we're going under the bridge so they don't drop paint onto our boat. Well, we're still going on the trip from, where'd we leave? Lyons to Baldwinsville. I think I miscalculated by about an hour on the time that we're going to arrive, maybe as long as an hour and a half. It said 30 more miles and I was anticipating about 38 total, so I think I'm about 4 or 5 miles off on my math. So we might not get in till 5-ish, which is late. That's right when the locks and everything close. So but it's not a big deal. At least we're that much closer to the other end. We're coming up on, I think, what they call it an aqueduct. And I'll get a better picture when we get closer. And I can't remember what the historical significance is, but I'll look it up and I'll put a note down at the bottom of the video here. Well, here's the ruins of it on the left side as you're going east. And there it is on the right side as we're heading east. That's a pretty good picture of it right there. Well, if we look like a bunch of drowned rats, that's because we are. We got hammered with rain the minute we got to the dock and was pulling up to the dock. So the reward is going to be a nice chicken dinner with mashed potatoes and
baby vegetables.
cucumbers, maybe?
Zucchini.
Oh, zucchini. Okay, I was off. Anyway, so we're back. We're in the boat because it's raining outside, but it was about a 50-mile trip today from Lyons to Baldwinsville and Daisy. So we're here in Lock 24. This is one of our favorites. This is Baldwinsville, New York, and it's pretty nice here. I'm going to turn the camera around and let you take a look at what the town looks like. We are tied up right down there. The only bad thing is they don't really have like a good shower setup unless they've changed it since last time we were here. But you just have to walk up here and you can walk across like this little gangplank here. It's actually the doors of the lock. I'll show you that in a second. I don't know if you're really supposed to do it, but that's what I always do. So here's lock 24, and to get to the other side, you can just walk across the gate. And look at that current in there. I don't think I'd want to fall in there. That'd be hard to swim. Well, this morning we need to try to get to Sylvan Beach because the winds are kicking up, and we may not be able to cross Sylvan Beach for a week or 5 days. So we're going to try to get over to Sylvan Beach from Baldwinsville, which is about a 43-mile run. We should be able to do it. We did 48 yesterday, no problem. So, well, we started today immediately within 20 yards. A lock. Oh, it's opening, so I got to go. All right, I'm back. We just went through lock 24, and as you can see, it's right behind me. We literally just came out, so I need to watch where I'm going here while I'm recording. You can see Baldwinsville is a very nice town, but we didn't get a chance to enjoy it because it was pouring down rain.
Good luck, 24.
Well, it's not all sunshine and rainbows on the Erie Canal and in the cruiser life. It's pretty gloomy today, rainy. It's supposed to rain all day. So we're going to try to get off the across Lake Oneida today, which is going to be about a 45-mile hop, and that's farther than we wanted to go today, but the winds are kicking up and we don't have a whole lot of choice. So as you can see, everything's all wet, damp and cold. Maria's down inside with Daisy, so it's going to be one of those days. Lovely day on the Erie Canal. Look at that. At least we're not getting skin cancer from the sun. We've slowed down to a crawl, 5 knots, because there's a storm coming and we don't want to be out in the open. In the open water, which is right ahead of us about 3 miles, and we don't want to be in that out there in the open water during a storm. So we're going to slow down and hopefully the storm passes. Well, it's decision time. We're going to have to decide, do we go or do we no go? That's a state dock to our left, I think, but I'm not sure how deep it is, so I don't know if we can go over there to wait this storm out. We'll go out and see what it looks like, and if it's bad, we'll come back. Still trudging along across Lake Oneida. It's cold and windy. Most of the rain is, it's still raining too, I can't say that. While we're walking around Sylvan Beach, walking Daisy, taking her out for a little walk before we go to bed. It's a long day. It was all rain and storms across Lake Oneida, which Lake Oneida is, I mean, it's a big lake. I mean, it's not the ocean or anything, but it can kick up pretty good. And we were a little nervous out there. It was gusting, probably to 15 at the most, but 15 on a shallow lake. It's not super shallow, but in some areas it is. It could kick up pretty good, so we made it. We have left Sylvan Beach this morning at about 10:45. We had to dry out. It was just nasty yesterday. All right, so we got about a mile to the next lock. Maria, the non-vampire, has come out to the sun. She hibernated yesterday in the rain, along with the fuzzy one. Not this fuzzy one. This fuzzy one. And it's starting to feel cool, so I got my raincoat off, so you know what that means. It's gonna rain. All right, we're in lock 21, and it's about it's like 20 plus feet. So I'm gonna turn the camera around, let you see what's going on with the other boats and with Maria and Papa. All right, we are moving up. These are the only 3 that we have going up. So we got next door here, holding on to their lines nice and tight. Got a lot of turbulence. You can look in the water and see the turbulence there. It does a lot of moving the boat around. We try to get further up, but the boat always seems to want to stop back here. So I'm gonna give it a little forward thrust, just a hair. When the boat starts to move backwards, I just thrust it just a hair, just to help the line holders. But you can see all that current will definitely play havoc on the boat moving around. Maria, what'd you think of that one? Huh? Yeah. That was our last up lock. Now the rest of them will be going down again. Well, I'm not going to get excited yet, but the skies appear to be clearing up. Saw the veterinarian before we left. Well, we're still sitting on the wall at Lyons Marina in Lyons, New York. We had a little emergency with Daisy. I mean, we thought it was pretty serious, so we stopped, took a day off, and took her to the vet. And I mean, it was serious, but I think we're okay, and the vet thinks we're okay, so we're clear to continue on tomorrow. So. We had another long night with Daisy. She's still not feeling very good. I think she's going to be okay though. We got planned stops today every 2 to 3 hours. So hopefully that'll give her a little bit of a break. She had a nice break yesterday. Maria's prepping the galley. We're going to go about 28.5 miles today, 29 miles. Papa looks like he's about ready. And of course, if you look outside, it's in typical New York September weather. It's raining. Today's trip will take us from Lyons, New York to Kanajahari. And hopefully we have power because it's going to be in the 30s tonight. Low 30, well, wind chill 30s, but like 42 degrees, I think 41. All right, we are back at it. We took a day off because of Daisy's illness. I believe this is Herkimer up here, where we came yesterday in a taxi cab to go to the vet to get Daisy checked out. And so we got about a 28.5 mile run today to Kanajahari, and then we'll probably put down for the night there. It's going to be cold, so hopefully we have power. We're in lock 18, and we're going down. I think it's about 20 feet, and it was pretty hard to get this thing stopped because it's super windy. So truthfully, I don't know what the secret is. I don't know what the secret is to coming in. I mean, come in slow and just hopefully you don't bounce too far off the wall. Well, we got into lock 17, biggest lock on the Erie Canal, and look at that flag. And it's pouring down rain. It was all we could do to catch the lines. I got to put it in reverse a little bit. The boat is blowing forward. We're in a little squall here. All right, I can't record anymore. This is the big one, Elizabeth. This is the big one. You're not a fan of the rain, are you, Daisy? Me neither. This lock has a guillotine style gate. The gate will raise up and it'll drip water on us. Not that it matters, we're already wet from the rain. But yeah, this thing's still dropping. It's a 40-foot lift and drop depending on which way you're going. Well, I keep taking video because I thought we were all the way down, but we just keep going down, down, down. That wall moves very slow. Historical site from the Revolutionary War as General Herkimer's house, I think. He was the general of the Battle of Oriskany in the Revolutionary War. Hey, look at that delivery. What's it called? DoorDash. Companionway Dash. You can look at the waves and the white bubbles in the water and see what the wind is like on the Erie Canal. It's nuts. It's just as bad as Lake Erie. I mean, we have 20 knot gusts, maybe 30. I know 30's per. I mean, you can look at the current on this. Look at that. 2 nautical miles to our destination, we hope, our backup destination. Finally got off the locks today. We stopped right before 13. It was not a good day out there. Too much wind, too much rain. Daisy and her sickness just created all kinds of extra stress. It was tough day on the Erie Canal. Well, we're tied up here at lock 13, and we're kind of socked in because of weather. You wouldn't expect to see whitecaps on the Erie Canal. The winds are gusting close to 30, sustained at probably 15 to 17. And that's just too much to be going through the canal. I'll show you what I did to my boat yesterday. See those scratches? Like right there. That's what happens. You try to be a hero and go on the Erie Canal when it's blowing 20 plus knots. So this is what the canal looks like today. You may be able to hear the wind. I don't have a way to protect the wind on this, but I mean, it's blowing hard. Right now it's actually just blowing semi-hard, but when it blows really hard, it actually whitecaps out there. You might be able to see it. It's actually whitecapping out there. So we stayed here last night, and we're probably just we're gonna stay here all day today. Solar panels seem to be keeping us in float mode on the batteries. We got the generator out in case we need to turn the heat on because it's very cold too. Last night got down into the 30s, and we were not expecting that. And that's why I'm wearing all this. Let's go inside and see what's going on down here. Maria's making something that smells good. And let's go check on Daisy. Poor thing's been sick. We need to get her to eat something. She hasn't eaten in 2 days. For future boaters, you need to ease your dog into it, because there's a thing called stress colitis, and that's what she's been diagnosed with. You'll notice it. They'll get diarrhea, and then it'll actually look like blood diarrhea, like they're diarrhea-ing blood. Scared the crap out of us. So we're still worried, but hopefully she's going to be okay. So that'll be the end of this video. So we'll just make this video, and then we'll start again making videos once we start moving, hopefully in the next 24 to 36 hours.